I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. I would love to be a homemaker and a wife. I would love to be able to live on a homestead and go milk my cow and take the eggs out of the chicken coop and have one baby in the belly and on my hip and another toddler coming behind me. That's like my dream, but I can't fucking do that because the way the economy is set up is I'm forced to work. I'm forced to get an education, a higher education, a college degree in order to make enough money that I can be financially independent and afford my own home or my own rent or my own gas or my own groceries, my own insurance. And it's extremely difficult to do that. And it's very isolating as a woman when you have to do all of that all on your own, and you can't find somebody that you can outsource some of those chores and financial responsibilities like you would with a spouse. So no, being a single working woman absolutely sucks. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. I would go back to the 1950s in a second just so I wouldn't have to deal with this shit. I would love to be a stay-at-home mom.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto his like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. This is a clear-cut sign of a society that's rejecting the bullshit that it was being fed for all many years. Now, what's ironically funny, which I'm not going to go into no deep research or anything, everybody should know that this whole women's lib, which was funded by the Rockefellers, used a Jewish woman, what is damn? I just had a Gloria something, Steinberg or something, and she promoted the uplifting or the destruction, I should say that correctly more, the destruction of women being mothers, all right, and women, what's the word I'm looking for? Rebellion against their husbands. Okay, then they use the so-called black woman to be the face of that madness. So now the offsprings of these women, after decades of enjoying these perks, so to speak, has been rejecting the things that's been said because reality sinks in. When Esau, so-called white man, allowed these things, he just wanted to tax both genders. Because in the economy of any civilization, the majority of people that will go spending in a first world country, and even in the third world country, that they'll say, would be women. And they know that. They study. Their prey and understand that which was given. Okay? And they have a think tank. I'm going to go to the scripture. Isaiah 29:15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. The people that seek deep to hide their counsel is the illuminated ones. They have think tanks. They create scenarios. They find the so-called smartest people in the world, and they break down every single scenario. What would happen if this would happen or that? What would be the end results of this or that? And they knew. And it's not a new thing. All right. The first database test or beta test was in the Garden of Eden. All right. And if it happened to the women that's supposed to be stronger, then how much more of the residue of other women? See, you black women, you have somewhat understanding that you are the leading force of all women, yet you're simple, just like all the other women, because you fell for something that your foremother fell for, all right? And it has left a chain of reaction of great destruction as never seen before. Real quick, you know what? Let me get that. I ain't gonna make this too long. It was nope, that little. Just go back. New Testament, 1 Timothy 2:12. It says, you know what? I start at 11. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection. Paul wrote this because why? The women in the church were speaking out of order. See, the creator of all things created order. And there's nothing wrong with that order. What that woman is screaming about is the natural order. All right. And there's still going to be other women that's going to reject it because they're so caught up in this world. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but be in silence. So it's not a woman's position to be a teacher or have some rule over men. All right. One, obviously, the man's going to feel a certain way because this is his role. See, only in Babylon would they be thinking that there should be a role reversal. Role reversals don't work. This is why that woman is crying about. The things that comes out my mouth and the things what that woman said, people got to think. Why is she saying that for? And this is a woman of the privilege that's making that bold statement. Because the woman of the privilege is realizing that she got duped as well. Okay? And the hierarchy of the women, so-called black women, some of them are really coming to that conclusion. They've been duped. The only thing they should be teaching each other is like, oh, how stupid they became. All right? And it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. So Esau, your favorite subject, your favorite buddy, all right, he knows this trick. I'm gonna get this real quick. Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There's no secret that they can hide from thee. Through his science, through putting certain things into food, all right, to spark division in such a matter that he knows what the results he's going to get. But the reason why I had to bring this up was because when you think about it, he is wiser than Daniel. This man studies every single thing. He studies people as they were something to be held, to be studied, lab rats. And this whole shenanigans that's been propped up of the thing that's called feminism was a great big study. And they knew exactly what would happen and they expected it to happen. This is why they promote men getting with artificial intelligence, AIs having babies, so forth. The utter destruction of male and female in a society has never been so evil like it is the way it is. Why? Because this man studies everything. Back to Isaiah 28:15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, who knoweth us? And the scripture tells you, Luke, I'm just going to quote it, 12:2, that which is in the dark should be let out in the secret. Let out in the light, so everybody can know. So all their planning of this destruction of the thing that they call the nuclear family has been in full effect. That women are coming to their senses. Some women, not all women. Some women want to ride that pony till the wheels fall off. All right, but a lot are coming to the conclusion that they've been duped, that they got. All right, and they're not getting got because men are saying that they've seen the results. Women like to learn the hard way. Real quick, one of my favorites, if I can remember exactly how. 19? Was it 19 or was it 22? I tried 22. Then it's 19 if it's not here. It's 19. Slakia. 19, Sirach 19, about. Oh, actually, it's not there. You want to just type it in. 28 is 13. I'll start at 13. Sirach 28:13. Curse the whisperer and the double tongue, for such have destroyed many that were at peace. The whisperer and the double tongue, when you go back to Genesis, I always bring it out to the spirit. Look up the word for serpent. Serpent means Nakash. Nakash, original definition means fortune teller. And then when you go to the Strong's definition, it means a whisperer, somebody that casts a spell. So the scripture says, cursed be that whisperer and a double tongue. For such have destroyed many that were at peace. You want to know, another trait that this man carries. Let me get this real quick. Okay, it's not going to be that quick. I thought it was going to be quick, but it's not. Proverbs 6 and about 6:19. A wise man, Slakia, a foolish witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. And this is the 6 things that the Lord hates. And it so happens, this is to go into the word discord. Real quick. Strife, contention. The Hebrew word is madan. Strife and contention. All right. Somebody that caused discord or strife and contention, the Lord hates. The union between men and women should never be broken. Matter of fact, since I said that, Matthew 19:4. It says, and he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And he said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, shall cleave to his wife, and twine shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twined but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let no man put asunder. So in a society where they promote division, when a man marries a woman to bring back the next generation of their people, of their culture, which is nothing wrong, and being taught that if that man does anything, she get half. And she's not satisfied, she takes half, no matter how disloyal she is. Okay, then you have alimony, child support. You have all these different ventures, and then key thing of feminism was welfare. So taking out the men out the household. So you have all these different devices that broke the union between male and female. Because knowing the fact that women cannot be alone, They can't be in a position to think for themselves. And this is the results of this. So going back to this real quick, it says, Sirach 28 and 14, a backbiting tongue have disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have it pulled down. Oh, ironically, the same thing that being promoted here, once it spread around the world, this is why the scripture says the nation were angry, because the same philosophy of feminism doesn't work here. All right, the largest divorces takes place in America. That wasn't by accident. All right, because the union between male and female has been broken. The idea alone has broken it. All right, she's not happy. She's not happy. They're never happy. Happiness is just an emotion like everything else. Are you always mad? Are you always sad? Those are emotions. There's no balance into this thing. So they sell them lies and they fall for it. Because why? They were easily duped. It says, backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women, deprived them of their labors. And what's a woman's labor? To attend to her husband. Her sole purpose. So now these women out here purposeless. Purposeless. All right. Whoso hearken unto it shall never find rest and never dwell quietly. And this is why people are losing it. They're crying about the crime that is taking place. And they want to go back to the old ways because these smart old crackers decided to use the old playbook of their foredaddy, that serpent, that devil. And look, women are trying to cling on to that old way. Okay? But they want the modern day way with the old fashioned way. And then that doesn't work. Period. This is why it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. They turn everything upside down. Chris Rock said it the best. The mother, the children, the dog is more important than the man, which is crazy. But this is what's promoted. And this is why a lot of people are losing it. All right. But this whole way of thinking or doing is coming to an end. All right. It's truly coming to an end. It says, as a potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not. Talking about Esau. All right. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is the adversary of the Lord. Henceforth, the name adversary, the definition is Satan. So that woman is upset because her foredaddies, her people, the Satanists have done it and have deprived her of her happiness. How much? Why? Because they wanted to do it to the Lord's chosen people. What's happened to the Lord's chosen people is happening unto them. All right. And it says, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding. So the Lord put that crooked spirit on you to turn everything upside down. This is why the world desires, like I did in the last show, they desires that. A lot of people, women are desiring to be of the way of old. All right. Well, the scripture says, matter of fact, I haven't read this in a while. It's 16. Jeremiah 16, 18. Yeah. Jeremiah 16:19. It says, O Lord, O Yahweh, my strength, my fortress, my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee, from the ends of the earth. So it's talking about the Israelite foreigners. All right. The Israelite foreigners were Gentiles as Gentiles. We are here in America. We were all Gentiles. All right. And it says, surely, it said, and shall say, surely our fathers inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there was no profit. Well, guess what? All the other nations are the same way. What proves that? Isaiah 26 and 10. Actually, not 26 and 10. Is it 26 and 10? Slack it. No. It's not 26 and 10. It's 29 and 7. It says, no, I'm sorry, 25, 7. He will destroy in this mountain. What is mountains are just not mountains in the scriptures, especially when it deals with the prophecy. Mountains are governments. So the Lord said, I'm going to destroy in this government the face of the covering cast over all people, which is what? The lies. All right. The Lord says he's going to destroy the lies and the veil that is spread over all nations. Oh, another factor that's happening right now. Now they're pushing the age of consent. Now they're pushing the age where women are women. And a lot of people are upset because they've been brainwashed into thinking at this age, this is when people can consent into that. So now, but the rest of the world, they was keeping the ancient ways. So now, from the age of 15 or to 44, they consider age 15 is an adult. People are upset. So even in that sense, it could be diabolical and so forth. The Lord is removing all the veils that's on the people. Even in that sense. All right. So all the lies, matter of fact, we ended off there. 2 Ezra 6. They want the people of the world is desiring the old ways. The old ways is biblical. Relationships, how you conduct the land, how you take care of the land, all right? How to structure yourself. It's all biblical. The dietary law, biblical. I was watching a Instagram video, and there was Edomites talking about pork and how pork has all these different parasites. Where did they get that at? And then the guy, and what even made it more iller was he was quoting the scriptures. He was proving the science, and then he was quoting the scriptures. So at the end of the day, everything's going back to being biblical. All right? It says, 2 Ezra 6 and 28. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. And the truth is, the scriptures, everything of the scriptures is 100%. From the prophecies, dietary law, all right, the history, everything, the orders, the structure, because the people are now desiring the things of old, all right? So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.